here with El CHROMA. Gonna be talking TYOTP. First things first, what does the year of the Puma mean? Why is it the year of the Puma?
What the fuck?
That's a good question. We're starting heavy.
I just got here.
Yeah, I just got here.
When we like named it, it didn't have a meaning. So it's kind of like one of those things where you like name it and then find the meaning afterwards.
The year of the Puma, to me, it's basically a culmination of our first year operating as who we are now as CHROMA. And so that's kind of why we named it the year of the Puma. And you can also interpret it as we released that the last Friday of the last decade. The 2010s was the last Friday.
Bro.
So it's kind of looking forward into the future. Okay, 2020 is also the year of the Puma because we on our roll now.
What were the alternative names for the album?
Well,
Princess
originally, Princess Puma. Wasn't
Was
it?
that really a
was
thing?
the name of Dulce originally.
The mango tree?
The fresh mango black
Oh.
salt was the name.
Fresh Mango Black Salt. That was
the name of
that
our
was a
first
mixtape.
mixtape, and
That was a
then we
different
scrapped it
That was
entirely.
different.
Yeah.
That was different.
That's some music in the vault that will never
But
get released.
The mango tree was something.
Unless someone pays
Oh
us a
yeah,
lot. then
the
we-
mango tree was another name.
Mango tree.
Why the mangoes? What's the affinity with the mangoes?
It's fresh.
It's fresh.
Everyone
it's
loves
like
mangoes.
a Hispanic fruit, I guess, right?
It's got that Latin feel.
Got that Latin feel,
vibe.
tropical,
Yep, true.
like
That
summery,
tropical shit.
I get refreshed.
energetic, refreshing.
Latinos.
That's what we try to sound like.
I'm trying to sound like a mango.
I'm trying to sound like a mango,
I don't know about
I'm trying to look like a mango.
for real.
I'm trying to smell like a mango.
This is one thing that I've really been curious about, and this is the first time I'll be finding out. What's y'all's favorite track on that project?
Ooh.
Oh, wait. I wanted to ask what the year of the Puma means to you, like an outsider.
I kind of viewed Pumas like as this one kind of like mystical creature, you know, like how often do you see pictures of Pumas? Like you see lion, you see tigers, you see bears. Rarely ever do you see Pumas.
Yeah.
And I viewed it as like the gem, which was CHROMA's music, because I remember when I first listened to it way fucking back, like 2017, end of 2017, early 2018. And to not sound way too corny, but this already does sound corny, is that's how I viewed the music. Like it was almost like a new sound, like a mystical sound, like nothing I had really heard about in the market at the time. You know, like the combination of like indie rock, pop with flamenco and like Western hip hop, but with Latino influences and the musical structure and the bars and the verses. So that was my perspective. Like the year of the Puma, this is the year this type of music or CHROMA's contribution to the music industry begins. Like the year of the Puma has officially begun.
True.
That's a little deep, but that's what I took the year of the Puma to be.
The Puma has a really important place in like a lot of Latin American cultures across time. So this is just another step in that, because it is also, like you said, like a mystical creature. Like they prayed to
sure.
pumas and they built whole cities, like
That's
in the shape of
badass.
a puma. It is sick.
Okay.
So I think when we first said it, we were just like, whoa, like it sounds like a movie. Like I don't think we, but I think afterwards we were like, yeah, this actually holds a lot of meaning, more than we initially had thought.
All right, so back to that question. Favorite track?
My favorite track is Tierra. I'll say it right. That's my favorite track, like hands down. I remember when we first made that track, and that was the first song that we made that sounded like CHROMA. Like it didn't sound like Flamingo, or it didn't sound like Brockhampton. Like it sounded like a whole new
Like everything.
beginning.
Yeah.
And then from then on, like the songs that came afterwards, they came pretty easily. And so that song, it's like sentimental to me. And also it's like our most played song. Like it's the song that most people know. I remember the last concert we did, we played that song and everyone like knew the lyrics to the song. And
Yeah,
that was
crazy.
crazy. Yeah, that was pretty crazy because we weren't even supposed to perform. So that's why that's my favorite song.
My favorite song, Tierra for sure. Again, because of what Polo said, it was like that new sound that I hadn't heard before. If you guys know of anyone else that sounds like CHROMA, change my mind.
True.
I'll be here. Just that combination of just Latin influences really bled through into the music with the Western culture, or not Western culture because Latin America is in the West technically, but that American hip hop sound that was influential to the creation of CHROMA as a whole, you know? People that contributed, such as like Brockhampton, Tyler, the creator, you know, just naming a few. I know the group has other individual personal influences because every group member is different, but that's really to culminate it all where I heard everything come together for the first time, and that's when I was like, see, like that's the potential that I knew this group had. So yeah, for sure Tierra, for sure Tierra.
Was that like one of the first songs we made on this?
That was the first song that actually
yeah.
ended up on it. Because 3020 would have been, but we ended up cutting it. Tierra is the earliest song.
Tierra is the earliest. Yeah.
My personal favorite, hands down, would be 214. I just have a special connection to that one because I remember I was in the garage one hot ass day, the garage where we recorded most of the project, and I was on my own, and then I made 4 songs that day, like 4 drafts that I sent to them, and 214 was one of them. And then so I recorded the hook and the first verse, and I was like, yeah, this is fire. Mostly because like the subject matter and the tone of it is exactly in my lane, and also because 214 kind of repping the city we're from. That's something I like to do, and my lyrics, hands down, that's got to be my favorite.
My favorite song is, drumroll please, Greyhound.
Oh shit.
Someone show AWOL.
Someone show it.
Someone show AWOL.
Greyhound is my favorite song. I don't know, it just makes me feel like the meaning behind it, like, you know, like breaking the chains and like the political statement that it makes. Like,
Talk about the story of how we approached it.
it was kind of around the time where there was like the shooting at the El Paso Walmart. So I was kind of like in a mood where like,
Which was a white supremacist killed 23 of our brothers.
that's kind of, I wanted to like relate around that, or like that, and being like an immigrant. In my verse, I was talking about like whenever I found out that I wasn't from here, how I felt about the situation. And then of course AWOL came in with like the powerful hook, like
Powerful.
like I love that hook.
For real.
And then the guitar solo, both of the verses, I think it's like a flawless song.
It is. And Bruno like improvised parts of the beat like on the spot.
The synth.
For real.
The synth.
The synth.
We made that song like around August, and I didn't write it till December 6th, so I wrote it the same month that the freaking project came out.
True.
That's how much I put it off, but I love that song too.
Fire.
What's the most underrated song on the project? On the count of 3, we're all gonna say it.
Okay, bet.
1, 2, 3.
Dead
Gelatina.
Sea.
Dead.
Okay. They said Dead Sea. I said Gelatina.
I love how we all had the same.
How is Latina underrated though?
Yeah, it's like
I feel like
think
that's
it's
like
top
top
five.
3. That's like
I
top
think,
3.
like
That was our
personally,
first song.
I like Tierra more, but I think Gelatina deserves to be, you know, like the staple song of the project. I don't know why. It's just something about the sound that just really clicks with me. I think it summarizes the project as a whole. Why do y'all dig Dead Sea?
It's like hard. It's like a hard ass sad song.
Hard
And,
ass
like,
sad song.
Like a hard sad song.
Okay.
And like it just hits like, even now that I've listened to a project like countless times, I'll still listen to Dead Sea and I still bump that shit, you know?
yeah.
And like, I don't know, Dead Sea's just fire. I think. And like, it's not our most listened to, which I don't know. I think it's like maybe like one of our top songs.
When I heard Polo lay down that hook, Khalid lay down his verse, I was like, bro, I gotta go
Right
off. So I was like, I couldn't even decide what to lay down on that because I had so many ideas for it. That's why my verse is like 3 different sections, and that's why I love it too. Because it's like the perfect finale to perform for our performance. That's kind of the one we always like do last.
Yeah.
So like,
Underrated because I feel like no one. I mean, I've never heard anyone say they like Dead Sea. But like Dulce, everyone thought was fire. Obviously, the 3 singles that people liked. Obviously, Greyhound is fire. Like
Yeah.
people like the feature songs, and Aisha, like that was fire as well. But like no one ever said, "Oh, I like Dead Sea." And it's also like so fun to perform. And
I like Dead
I don't know, it's just so hard. Yeah, that's my
Thank
favorite.
you.
Everyone likes
verse.
Dead Sea.
Everyone liked it.
Yeah.
Y'all's favorite verse?
In general?
Like your own personal favorite verse on TYTP out of all the tracks?
I would say my personal favorite verse of mine is on TYTP is probably Crush, because I say a lot on that verse. And I don't think I have another verse like that.
What was the meaning of the verse?
Life.
Life?
Just like getting through it. You can be down and you can feel alone, but you can get through it. You can feel crushed, but you can get through it. That's what it was about.
my personal favorite probably be Crush or Dulce. I kind of went for the same meaning on both of them, but it's a totally different tone in how I deliver it. Pretty much just like where I was at in the whole meaning, in the whole making of the Year of the Puma. Those 2 verses kind of summarize it, what I was trying to envision for my own future, for the future of this group, through what we're doing, through making art. So that's a good embodiment through those 2 verses.
Boom! Your own favorite
I
verse.
don't know, bro. Probably Dead Sea,
Why?
because it's hard.
What was your favorite performance that you guys did of TYOTP?
Lonely Christmas, that's the best one.
Because we played the
Yeah.
whole tape
Yeah, we played the whole
before
thing.
it was out. That was
Played
fun.
the whole tape. You had to be there.
All 9 songs.
How did you guys come up with the wrestling portion? Because there's a part in one song where Khalid picks up Polo and he slams him on the floor.
Yeah.
So where did
Order.
the influence come from?
He was wearing a wrestling mask or something.
Just
For
one
the
day?
shows, and then I was like, bro, we should actually wrestle.
Yeah.
Was he
And I
in
was
on it?
okay,
Like, or
pick
did
me
you
up.
just
Yeah, he was in.
No,
Oh,
we had planned it.
because there was one point where he slammed the hell out of you, and you were actually like,
It was the
"Fuck,
first
that looked
time."
hurt."
It was like the first time.
The first time and the green elephant time. Those were like the
Oh, the green
best
elephant?
times.
Bro, I'm
I mean, no.
They were
It's
not-
better that way because it's more real. I don't know, and I could take it. Like I'm a big boy.
I know you was low key though. I know that one hurt when it was like, I don't think it was the Lonely Christmas. I think it was one at the shop.
The shop.
Yeah, where you were trying to make the tea afterwards, and you were like limping to get the tea. There's just one part where Polo in the middle of the performance, like when it's like an intermission like part, he starts whipping up some tea.
Yeah, because we do Crush right after the border, and I'm like, I'm yelling my lungs out during the border, and then I
that's
gotta
a set list
the
flaw.
oceans. Yeah, that was our only set list flaw. I would always be out of breath during the beginning.
But
of
I'd rather
Crush.
do Border Crush instead of like Border like another hype song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It was
The only
just
flaw is
straining.
that it's like Polo ends and Polo starts.
Yeah,
But we can't fix that.
we can't fix that. It's okay. Next project.
It worked out though, because on the border when I was mixing it and with all the songs, I would try to put in like little sounds to like fill up the songs. And on the border, I put in like a wrestling like commentary, like Spanish commentary.
The bell that you added is so
And I-
fire. That's the most
yeah.
fire part. The ding 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 ding.
And I manipulated like
Bruh.
some like wrestling bells in the beat for the transitions of the verse, and like I think like the whole vibe of the song.
It
was
made
really
the song.
dope. Like yeah.
I like the crowd sound. And
Oh, yeah.
when
That
you
was
play the
fire,
song,
yeah.
it's like
That's hype, dude.
Yeah.
And then that gets
Yeah.
the crowd in the actual concert to get more hype.
Yeah,
I
because
don't know
they
if y'all
hear
noticed
crowd
that as y'all are
sound. It does,
performing,
yeah.
but like as a, like, you know, like just see shit level up. Like when I'm in the crowd, yeah, it just kind of like hypes everybody up.
bro, we need to perform.
we do.
The border is just like bass overload. So like
True.
whenever it comes through on the speakers and you hear like that crowd sound, like especially live, like that's one of my favorite things.
It sounds
It's like
real, yeah.
you feel like, oh shit, it's something like fire is about to happen.
Who's your biggest personal influence?
In general,
Making music, yes.
fuck. Probably Brockhampton, Injury Reserve. Who's an Argentinian rapper.
You?
Probably JPEG Mafia overall.
I can hear that.
Like,
Rosalia.
yeah, in terms of like his creativity and like his energy and like just everything that he gives off, I would say musically probably JPEG Mafia, but in what I try to say and like how I try to say it, I would say like Kanye West is a big influence. But those are my two. That's it.
Yeah.
Peggy and Kanye.
For me, probably Andre 3000, just because just the charisma and the delivery and the melodies, that's something like I always look up to. So yeah.
I listened to it today for like the first time in like I don't know how long it's been.
A week.
But it's been like months
Oh,
since
really?
I listened to it.
There's no way.
And I really enjoyed it.
That's fire.
Like I feel super proud of it. That's what I
It's
was
like,
saying.
damn, like we made that?
Yeah, like it's like crazy to look back and be like, oh shit, we made that. Like, how do we top that? But I feel like we're topping it.
We're topping it.
I've heard the vault. Yeah.
But I was like-
it is being topped.
I remember we dropped it, and then the day after I left for Japan, so I didn't get to like experience the reception with y'all, which kind of sucked. But I mean, hearing it in Japan was sick, 'cause it was like, I don't know, I was hearing like Khalid's Greyhound verse, and I'm like looking at fucking sumo wrestlers like fight, like it was fucking crazy.
It's a sumo wrestling match?
Yeah, that shit was
Wow.
crazy. But like, just in general, like walking through the like Tokyo streets, like with Dulce bumping in my ears, like it was just a whole nother feeling. So every time I listen to it, I just
How
go
long was
back to
that
that
flight?
place. Like 14 hours,
You
16
couldn't
hours.
actually, yeah.
It's long. Yeah.
Fuck.
What you do?
It was like damn near a whole day. I should have. No, I was done with writing verses. I just watched the anime the whole time there.
What
Straight
are you
up.
saying?
Something that I really liked about the year of the Puma was kind of that I basically like learned to mix as I was mixing it. So I think like that was like my best like lesson from that is because it's gonna pay off like.
Also, I don't know if
Like-
people know that this man mixed the whole project, every song done in-house. Bleu Santana mixing, fire.
That's wild.
What TYOTP, you know, sets up, I think, is a platform. Coming out of TYOTP, the craziest thing for me was people were becoming fans of the group that weren't just friends. You know, like people that just weren't friends of some of us in the group started listening to it. People reached out like, yo, this is fire. Like, this is really dope. I think that for me was the craziest part. Recently we had a cover. We've had 2 covers of the song made, of CHROMA music made. One was like an acoustic guitar cover of, what song was it?
That was a bass cover of Been Around.
Bass cover of Been Around.
Which was sick. Shout out to that guy.
And then Acoustic Ditos.
Dude, that was actually
yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
That was actually really
So,
hard.
Yen, shout out you guys. That was really dope. But I mean, yeah, for sure, 2 Out
Now
TV
I
gave us a
gotta
platform. You know, I feel like it definitely gave us, like, put us on the scene in terms of, like, in the music world, we now
Debut
have
splash.
this microscopic slice of it to where people are fans of the music, and not just because they're our friends and feel like they're supposed to be fans. So that for me is crazy. Still, like, it blows my mind when someone like is singing the lyrics or just even just liking a picture. I think it's dope. So,
Yeah, no.
Shout out to y'all.
shout out to
Shout
you
out
guys.
to
Shout out to everyone who follows.
Who has ever heard anything?
Yeah, a lot of times, like, personally, like, I feel like I've seen, like, our biggest supporters, like, people that I don't know personally, like, people that are, like, strangers to me on a personal level, like, support CHROMA sometimes more than, like, people I do know personally, which is wild to me, and it's, like, it's amazing.
How'd you come up with your Greyhound verse?
We talked.
Yeah, let's have Aaron hop in here for a little bit. Have Aaron hop in here for a little bit.
Yeah,
Hop in here, bro.
We got AWOL.
We got AWA
Live
one
and
only.
direct. Live and direct.
When you wrote your like Greyhound verse, like how did that come about? Like, I always wonder like how'd you got like the Greyhound reference?
When we started recording that track, I think you had said like the vibe that you were going for when you started writing was like, then you wanted to talk about what was going on with El Paso and all that, and that kind of inspired me because I'm actually from El Paso, and I did feel a type of way about what was all going on during that time. Being from El Paso, one of the main ways of transportation, I don't know if it's as used as much nowadays, but like one of the main ways of transportation from here to El Paso is the Greyhound bus. So that was kind of like where that part came about, and yeah.
One thing I will say though is I can definitely, like, I feel like beyond just your vocal contributions to Greyhound, the song definitely has your sound on it. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, that was one really dope aspect of the song, is how not only did we get to hear CHROMA's new sound come up, but we got to hear that sound then combined with AWOL sound and create an even crazier sound, which I think a lot of people also recognize, because I also have seen a lot of people say Greyhound's their favorite song.
Which I don't agree with.
No, you don't like Greyhound?
Compared to the other songs on that project, nah.
What's your favorite song on the project?
My favorite is Dead Sea or Been Around. I like
both of those.
Khalid's verse on Been Around.
Khalid's verse on Been Around is underrated, for sure. He didn't even like that verse for the longest time, I remember.
It's cause like it's like such a weird ass verse. Like I don't even know how I got the flow.
You know how you be talking about boom bap? That's when I like. That's when I.
That's that boom bap.
That's
shit.
that
boom
boom
bap.
bap, bro.
That
Yeah. Hey Marvini, you got any questions? So Marvin, what's your favorite song on the project?
I think Tira has like the biggest like this is CHROMA
Influence.
You know, like if someone was like who's CHROMA, I think that'd be the first song I'd play.
Just be like, this is who CHROMA is.
I want to single out 214 CHROMA TV. Oh my God, that video was amazing. The whole vibe of it. Like I wasn't there when they filmed Khalid's part. That was beautiful. That part, like, damn. Y'all found a train that said
found a
214.
That was
How
meant
dope
to
is
be.
That
that?
was crazy.
Oh my God. And then you made me look cool, because when I like spun around, I had my Selena shirt, that fucking karate shit I wear, and I spun around and look, I was like, bro, I actually look cool thanks to this man.
True.
That's the story of CHROMA TV.
He
We
do
actually
make-
cool because of this.
We do, yeah. CHROMA do be looking a lot cooler than we actually are. Thank you to Marvin. We're actually not that cool.
Well, what's your favorite
they're
CHROMA
not.
TV episode?
Mine is Dulce, easily. Just because it has the most parts to it. That was a fun day of filming at the shop.
I don't remember-
And we got to go to the kitchen of El Queso. And yeah, what's your favorite episode from it?
Mine, besides 214, probably.
Oh, you did say 24, my bad.
Nah, I got a lot of favorites. I can't even decide. Probably Dulce, just because I got to put on all that clown makeup.
Yeah.
That was pretty fire. I like that. But yeah,
Marvini.
Gelatina.
Do you have a personal favorite episode of Chroma TV?
Greyhound.
Greyhound, yeah, the Greyhound is the best. Greyhound's probably like objectively the best episode. Also, it was cool because that day, like, it was literally like at 2 p.m. We were like, hey, at 8 p.m. if we can get people to show up, like, we're about to film this Greyhound video, and we actually got like 8 people to show up. I wasn't there that day, but that was cool. It was cool to just do a casting tweet and then actually have people show up for a video.
Shout out everybody that came.
Yeah, shout out everybody that came. I didn't even go, but I remember feeling like proud. I wasn't even there, but I was just like, yeah.
What was the name of that? I can't fucking remember the track that it was for, but it was like you probably remember the best. I don't know, you were like filming shadows, like the color scheme was like black and red. Crush, that's my favorite.
Crush is
for sure.
underrated.
Yeah.
I fucking love that Crush video. I don't know why, it's just something, I don't know, just the color scheme and the way the shadows were moving. Shit looked
Beautiful. There was one shot in particular where I forgot who was dancing. I think it was Polo that was dancing, and then it looked like he's controlling himself like a puppet.
Oh, that was pretty dope. That was really fire.
Dope.
That was really fucking fire.
Shout out AWOL's performance in the Greyhound video. I felt that shit.
I felt that shit too. This man is a born actor.
That shit cut deep.
He was like,
That shit cut deep.
She
and
got
then,
hella.
like, whenever he's about to get slapped or like hit, like I felt that.
I felt that.
You remember?
Yeah, like he actually got slapped.
Yeah, he looked like actually terrified. I was
They dragged
No, but he actually did get slapped. No, we didn't.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Shout out you.
Shout out you.
He need an acting career too.
Yeah, bro. Fuck this music.
Shout out. Only doing this music shit to act, man.
Thank y'all for watching.
Thank y'all for watching.
Thank y'all for watching.
This has been a conversation on the year of the Puma.
Yes, sir. It has.
6 months late, but
Here it is.
Here
Live and
here
direct.
it is.
Live and direct.
And we all
Fuck COVID.
We about to record